In life, the greatest dangers we face often do not come from the obstacles standing in our way, but from the choices we make when we are desperate to escape those obstacles. When pressure builds, quick fixes can look attractive and comforting, yet many times these rushed decisions push us into even more painful situations. This story is a powerful reminder that calm thinking, patience, and wise judgment are essential, especially when emotions try to control our actions. Along the banks of a crystal clear river where sunlight danced on flowing water lived a pair of cranes. High above the ground, in the sturdy branches of a tall tree, they had built a warm and secure nest. To them, it felt like the perfect place to begin a family. After many days of waiting, the female crane finally laid 3 eggs for the first time. The couple was overjoyed, their hearts filled with excitement as they imagined the soft chirps of their future chicks and the happiness that awaited them. Each day, the cranes carefully watched over the eggs, guarding them with love and hope. They dreamed of a peaceful future, unaware that their happiness would soon be shattered. One bright morning, the pair decided to fly to another part of the river to catch fish. The river was abundant, and they quickly satisfied their hunger. Without delay, they flew back, eager to return to their nest. But when they reached the tree, their joy turned into disbelief. The nest was empty, the eggs were gone. Frozen in shock, the cranes searched desperately. They inspected every branch, every leaf, every shadow nearby. But there was no sign of the eggs or any clue about what had taken them. Broken-hearted and helpless, the cranes eventually accepted the painful truth. Their unborn chicks were lost forever. Determined not to suffer the same fate again, they decided to relocate. In a different area, they built a new nest, hoping this place would be safer. Time passed, and once again the female crane laid eggs. This time, they chose to be extra cautious. While the male crane flew out to gather food, the female stayed behind to guard the nest. One day, when the male crane returned, he was met with a terrible sound. His mate was crying in agony. The eggs had disappeared again. This time, however, the female knew exactly what had happened. A snake had climbed up the tree. She had tried to protect the eggs, but the snake had threatened her, forcing her to retreat. Helplessly, she watched as the snake swallowed the eggs right before her eyes. Overwhelmed with grief and rage, the male crane sought help. He flew to his trusted friend, a wise crab who lived nearby, and told him everything. With a trembling voice, he said, "We have lost our eggs again. The snake has destroyed our hope. I don't know what to do anymore." The crab listened patiently. Calm and thoughtful, he replied, "Do not lose heart, my friend. Let us think carefully. There may still be a way." After a moment of deep thought, the crab leaned closer and quietly shared a plan. Hearing this, a spark of hope returned to the crane's eyes. The male crane hurried back to his mate and explained the idea. The female listened carefully but was filled with fear. "Are you certain this will work?" she asked. "It is risky. We cannot continue like this," the male replied. "Doing nothing will only lead to more loss." When the female crane laid eggs once again, they followed the crab's plan with great care. The next morning, the male crane flew to the river bank and caught several small fish. He placed them one by one, creating a trail from the entrance of a mongoose's burrow straight toward their tree. Then, with a heavy heart but firm resolve, the crane flew to the snake's hiding place and loudly announced that fresh eggs were waiting in the nest. Though fear filled his chest, he knew that courage was their only option. The smell of fish attracted the mongoose, which eagerly followed the trail. As it climbed the tree, it spotted the snake slithering toward the nest. Believing the snake to be a danger, the mongoose attacked immediately. A violent battle erupted. Claws clashed with fangs. Speed met venom. After a fierce struggle, the mongoose emerged victorious, killing the snake. From above, the cranes watched with relief and gratitude. Their enemy was finally gone. They believed their suffering had ended. But fate had one last cruel lesson to teach. The very next day, after returning from fishing, the cranes saw a horrifying sight. The mongoose was climbing down from their tree. Panic rushed through their bodies. They flew to the nest, hoping against hope that everything was fine. But their hearts shattered once more. The eggs were gone. The mongoose had eaten them. The solution they had chosen had become an even greater threat than the original problem. Dear friends, the struggle of these cranes reflects many situations in our own lives. When fear, anger, or frustration take control, we often make decisions without fully understanding the consequences. In our rush to fix one problem, we sometimes create an even bigger one. Just like the cranes, people often turn to quick solutions, taking risky loans, making impulsive choices, or following shortcuts without thinking about the future. These choices may seem helpful at first, but they can lead to long-term regret. This story teaches us to pause when life becomes difficult. Stay calm, think clearly, consider the outcome of your actions before moving forward. Wise decisions made with patience and clarity can protect us from unnecessary pain and sorrow. If this story moved you or gave you something to think about, please show your support by liking and commenting. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again in the next story.